Welcome. Today we're diving into the vital role statistics play in scientific research. Whether you're reading a medical study or exploring environmental data, statistics are everywhere. They help researchers make sense of complex information, spot patterns, and draw reliable conclusions. Without statistics, scientific findings would be little more than educated guesses. In this video, we'll explore how statistics underpin every stage of research, from designing experiments to interpreting results. Let's start by understanding what statistics actually means in the context of science. Statistics is the science of collecting, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting data. In research, it provides the tools to summarize large amounts of information and to make informed decisions. Imagine trying to understand the health of a population without numbers. Statistics make it possible to see trends in relationships that would otherwise be hidden. This foundational role makes statistics indispensable in every scientific field, from biology to economics. Scientific research is all about discovering new knowledge and testing ideas. But how do we know if what we find is real or just a coincidence? That's where statistics come in. By applying statistical methods, researchers can determine whether their results are significant or due to random chance. This process helps ensure that scientific conclusions are trustworthy and can be replicated by others. Before any data is collected, statistics guide the design of experiments. Researchers use statistical principles to decide how many subjects to include, how to assign treatments, and how to control for variables. This careful planning helps avoid bias and ensures that the results will be meaningful. A well-designed experiment is the foundation of credible scientific research. Once an experiment is underway, statistics help researchers collect data systematically. This means deciding what to measure, how often, and with what tools. Consistent data collection is crucial for making accurate comparisons and drawing valid conclusions. Without a statistical framework, data collection can become chaotic and unreliable. After data collection, the next step is analysis. Statistical techniques allow researchers to summarize their findings, test hypotheses, and estimate the likelihood of different outcomes. This analysis transforms raw numbers into meaningful insights, helping scientists understand what their data really means. Interpreting data is more than just crunching numbers. Researchers must consider the context, limitations, and possible sources of error. Statistics provide the tools to assess the strength of evidence and to communicate findings clearly. This step is essential for turning data into actionable knowledge. At the end of a study, researchers use statistics to draw conclusions about their hypotheses. Did the treatment work? Was there a real effect? Statistical tests help answer these questions by quantifying uncertainty and measuring the strength of the evidence. This rigorous approach is what sets scientific research apart from guesswork. One of the greatest strengths of statistics is its ability to reduce bias. By following established methods, researchers can minimize personal opinions and focus on the facts. This objectivity is crucial for building trust in scientific findings and for advancing knowledge. Reproducibility means that other researchers can repeat an experiment and get similar results. Statistics play a key role here by providing clear methods for data analysis and reporting. When studies are reproducible, scientific knowledge becomes more reliable and robust. Statistical significance is a concept that helps researchers decide if their findings are likely to be real or just due to chance. By setting a threshold, such as a p-value, scientists can judge whether their results are meaningful. This concept is fundamental to interpreting scientific studies. Confidence intervals provide a range of values within which the true result is likely to fall. Instead of giving a single number, researchers use confidence intervals to express uncertainty and to show the precision of their estimates. This approach helps readers understand the reliability of scientific findings. Hypothesis testing is a core part of scientific research. Researchers start with a question, collect data, and use statistical tests to decide if their hypothesis is supported. This process helps ensure that scientific claims are backed by evidence, not just speculation. Descriptive statistics help researchers summarize and describe the main features of their data. Common measures include averages, medians, and standard deviations. These tools make it easier to understand large datasets and to communicate findings to others. Inferential statistics go beyond describing data. They help researchers make predictions and draw conclusions about larger populations. By analyzing a sample, scientists can infer what might be true for everyone. This is especially important when it's impossible to study an entire population directly. Statistics can be powerful, but they can also be misused. Researchers must be careful to avoid common pitfalls, such as cherry-picking data or drawing conclusions from small samples. Good statistical practice helps prevent these errors and ensures that scientific findings are accurate. Clear communication is essential in science. Statistics provide a common language for sharing results with other researchers and the public. By using graphs, tables, and summary statistics, scientists can make their findings accessible and understandable. Before research is published, it goes through peer review. Reviewers use statistical methods to check the validity of the findings. This process helps catch errors and ensures that only high-quality research is shared with the world. Meta-analysis is a statistical technique that combines results from multiple studies. By pooling data, researchers can get a clearer picture of what the evidence really shows. This approach is especially useful in fields like medicine where individual studies may have conflicting results. Today's scientists often work with massive datasets known as big data. Statistics provide the tools to analyze these huge amounts of information, uncover patterns, and make predictions. As science becomes more data-driven, the importance of statistics continues to grow. In medicine, statistics are used to test new treatments, track disease outbreaks, and improve patient care. Clinical trials rely on statistical methods to determine if a drug is safe and effective. Without statistics, medical research would lack the rigor needed to protect public health. Environmental scientists use statistics to monitor pollution, study climate change, and manage natural resources. By analyzing data from the environment, researchers can make informed decisions that protect ecosystems and human health. In fields like psychology, sociology, and economics, statistics help researchers understand human behavior and social trends. Surveys, experiments, and observational studies all rely on statistical analysis to draw meaningful conclusions about society. Engineers use statistics to design safer buildings, improve manufacturing processes, and test new technologies. By analyzing data from experiments and field tests, they can identify problems and optimize solutions. Educational researchers use statistics to evaluate teaching methods, measure student performance, and improve learning outcomes. By analyzing test scores and survey data, they can identify what works best in the classroom. Businesses rely on statistics to understand markets, forecast sales, and make strategic decisions. Market research, customer surveys, and financial analysis all depend on statistical methods to provide actionable insights. Sampling is the process of selecting a subset of individuals from a larger population. Good sampling methods ensure that the sample represents the population accurately. This is crucial for making valid inferences and avoiding bias in research. Randomization is a statistical technique used to assign subjects to different groups by chance. This helps eliminate bias and ensures that the groups are comparable. Randomization is a cornerstone of experimental design in scientific research. In scientific experiments, it's important to control variables that could influence the results. Statistics provide methods to account for these variables, ensuring that the effects observed are truly due to the factor being studied. Missing data is a common problem in research. Statistics offer techniques to handle missing values such as imputation or sensitivity analysis. Proper handling of missing data helps maintain the integrity of scientific studies. Ethical research requires honest and transparent use of statistics. Researchers must report their methods and results accurately, avoid manipulating data, and respect privacy. Good statistical practice is essential for maintaining public trust in science. Modern research relies heavily on statistical software to analyze data. Programs like R, SPSS, and Python make it easier to run complex analyses and visualize results. These tools have revolutionized the way scientists work with data. Data visualization is a key part of statistical analysis. Charts, graphs, and plots help researchers spot trends, identify outliers, and communicate findings. Effective visualization makes complex data more accessible and easier to understand. While statistics are powerful, they have limitations. Not all questions can be answered with numbers, and statistical results depend on the quality of the data. Researchers must be aware of these limits and interpret findings with caution. Science is always evolving, and so are statistical methods. Researchers constantly develop new techniques to handle bigger datasets, more complex questions, and changing technology. This spirit of continuous improvement keeps science moving forward. Proper training in statistics is essential for researchers. Understanding statistical concepts helps scientists design better studies, analyze data correctly, and avoid common mistakes. Education in statistics is a key part of scientific training. Statistics is a universal language that connects researchers from different fields. Whether in biology, engineering, or social science, statistical methods provide a common ground for collaboration and innovation. Statistics help the public understand scientific findings. By presenting data clearly and honestly, researchers can build trust and encourage informed decision-making. Public understanding is crucial for the impact of science on society. Governments and organizations use statistics to guide policy and make decisions. From public health to environmental regulation, statistical evidence shapes the rules that affect our lives. Reliable data is the foundation of sound policy. As technology advances, the role of statistics in science will only grow. New fields like artificial intelligence and genomics rely heavily on statistical methods. The future of scientific discovery depends on our ability to analyze and interpret ever larger datasets. Vaccine development is a great example of statistics in action. Researchers use statistical trials to test safety and effectiveness, analyze side effects, and monitor outcomes. These methods ensure that vaccines are both safe and effective before they reach the public. Climate change research relies on statistics to analyze temperature trends, model future scenarios, and assess risks. By interpreting vast amounts of environmental data, scientists can make informed predictions and guide policy decisions. Understanding social behavior, such as voting patterns or public opinion, depends on statistical surveys and analysis. By gathering and interpreting data, researchers can uncover the factors that influence how people think and act. To sum up, statistics are the backbone of scientific research. They guide every step from designing experiments to interpreting results and communicating findings. By providing a rigorous framework for analysis, statistics help ensure that scientific knowledge is reliable, reproducible, and useful. As we've seen, statistics are essential for making sense of the world through science. They provide the tools to turn data into knowledge, support innovation, and improve lives. Whether you're a researcher or a curious learner, understanding statistics opens the door to deeper scientific discovery and critical thinking.